I'm Sydney.
Hey, I'm Iris.
Hi, I'm Promise.
Hey, I'm Parker.
Hey, I'm Chase.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, you know why there's no knock-knock jokes about America?
No, why?
Because freedom rings, baby.
Ding dong.
Oh, we're on. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Before we get started, you might have noticed the special tie here of the Constitution. We are in Celebrate America Week. You know, we started off yesterday with the remembrance of 9/11, and then we'll end the week in observance of Constitution Day. And as the tie says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. These words are the preamble of the United States Constitution. After months of debates, on September 17th, 1787, 39 founders gathered around the new document and signed what would become the longest active government in the world. The United States Constitution establishes America as a constitutional republic, which operates from three branches of government based on a system of checks and balances and provides Americans with God-given unalienable rights. Understanding our Constitution, in 1940, Congress passed I'm an American Day, and in 1952 it turned into Citizenship Day, and it urged the states to observe the United States Constitution. In 2004, September 17th was once again renamed to Constitution Day, and it became mandated that all publicly funded institutions must reflect on the Constitution. And so that's what we will do this week. Our announcements for today, September 12th, 2022, Monday. It's a Monday, great Monday. Good luck to the Lady Redskin volleyball team as they take on McMinn County in a non-district match. JV starts at 5 o'clock and varsity at 6 o'clock here at LHS. Good luck to the JV footballers this evening as they welcome Kingston to Redskin Country. Kickoff, 6 o'clock. Juniors and seniors who received their National Honor Society acceptance letter from their second block teacher, make sure that you bring your signed form and induction ceremony RSVPs to Ms. Hicks by this Thursday, September 15th. Student Council will meet after school today at 3:15 in Ms. Brewster's class. If you would like to run for class officer, you must attend. All applications for Wednesday election are due today at the meeting. Everyone is welcome to attend. Miss Brewster would also like to remind everyone she holds tutoring after school on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday each week. If you need a nice, quiet place to work or some extra help with school, please stop by. Seniors, it's time to apply to college. To celebrate College Application Month, many Tennessee colleges will waive application fees for the week during September. Please see Miss Waldron for more details. The homecoming dance is coming up October 1st. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased from Miss Correa. Now, as we remember and honor September 11th, we have Master Sergeant Top Dukes here to provide that for us. So thank you for joining us, Top.
Thank you. And good morning, everybody. This is what I do every year. I've been doing it for over 20 years, and it's well worth it. I will say that when 9/11 happened, I was not aware of it. I was out fishing somewhere, so that's another story. But obviously, it was a turn in history for the United States. When I was growing up, the turn of history for us was Pearl Harbor, which was the attack on Hawaii by the Japanese during World War II. And so this was totally different in lots of ways, and it was very tragic. What I like most about talking about this is the heroes that help people to live. The one that I really have kind of focused on is Rick Riscala. He is a retired Army veteran, and he was the guy that made you do the drills, like we do the fire drills or the closed-in drills, all that kind of stuff. He was that guy, and he made him do it with thousands of people, and they hated him for it, to be honest with you, because it interrupted their business, all this stuff. But in 93, we were attacked at the same place, and since then, he kept doing that. bottom line is that he led over 2,000 people to safety single-handedly and got them out. He went in for one last time to get another group, and he didn't come back. So this guy is something else. Also, Betty Young, she was a flight attendant on Flight 93. Flight 93 was the one that the passengers took over the plane literally and crashed it into countryside Pennsylvania place, and it was they were all heroes. But she was giving information back to them where they were trying to fly and support them. They were all heroes, and they're not here today. Over 3,000 people died in this attack. 400 were police officers, firefighters in the terrorist attacks on the World Center in New York City. At the Pentagon also, a building in Washington, D.C., and a plane, which we just talked about, in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So over 3,000 people died. 9/11 was not the first terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. We talked about that killed 6 people in 1993. After the September attacks, the World Trade Center, the rescue and recovery cleanup of 18 million tons of wreckage from the World Trade Center site took 9 months. Passengers aboard the Flight 93 heard about the previous airplane attacks and attempted to retake control of the plane from the hijackers. As a result, as we just talked about before, the hijackers deliberately crashed the plane into a Pennsylvania field. They knew, and I'll just be very graphic, they knew that they were going to die, pretty much. All these people that helped people and getting them out of the building and crashing the plane, they knew. They were heroes. They were all heroes. While video accounts of the World Trade Center attack aired immediately, no video footage of the Pentagon attack was publicly released. I could tell you this from a friend of mine, when they hit the Pentagon, and it was mayhem and a lot of confusion, and actually that structure is unbelievable, by the way. It went through the first level, but that was about it. They have a kindergarten there for kids, of the people that work there, in schools and stuff, believe it or not, in the Pentagon. And so the Marines that were left, the Marines took all the kids and created a barrier or something because they thought they were going to get attacked, and they were getting them away from the Pentagon, and they were actually guarding the kids at the Pentagon. So President Bush, who was our president at the time, was flown. So as soon as he found out, he did tell the nation what was going on, and then he got up in the air. And this protocol, the vice president got up in the air. It was an attack. It was a full-blown attack, so by radical Islamists. And so that's your Pearl Harbor, I would say. It's also my second Pearl Harbor, so to speak, and it was something else. And every time I get into this, it's yearly. I don't look at it every day, but the heroes and the people that gave their lives are the true heroes of this whole story, to tell you the truth. So, and to this day, they still have reunions of families and whatnot, and but kids had to grow up without their parents, and it was just horrible. And like I said, when I found out it was going, I was out in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and I was on the Rappahannock. I just got out of the Marine Corps, and me and my buddy were fishing, and his wife found us. God rest her, she's gone, but his wife found us. She was crying, bawling, and I don't know how she found us, number one, and she told us what happened. My older son was made to stay in school. They weren't letting anybody out. They were staying in school, and it was just havoc. Now, this time in our country, we have a lot of division going on, I think, and it's not pretty and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, for about a year or so, America's funny like this. There were nothing but flags out, and people were united. And we were united for that period of time. I mean, you couldn't go to a neighborhood where there weren't flags everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And so, And obviously that goes away after a little while, but it did bring us together for a while. And that happens just like wars mostly, and World War II, World War I, it brought us together. So that's kind of the positive, if there was a positive in it. So have a great 9/11 day, a little past it, but we should always remember.
And those stories of those heroes are absolutely incredible. There's so many of them. And of course, you know, the best way to honor the sacrifices of those first responders, of the Marines, of the military, the best way to honor those sacrifices is to live a life worth living, to be the citizen worth dying for and sacrificing for. And so the way to do that is always to make those good choices, to do a good day's work, and to act like somebody. Have a great day, Redskins. Hope you'll join us.
Go Redskins.
American Airlines emergency line, please state your emergency.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class. And I think there's mates that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
Somebody hit the World Trade Center or the...
It's a Trade Center.
The World Trade Center.
Center.
There's a fire on the upper floors.
This just in, you were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning
that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft. We have no idea how many were on board or what the extent of the injuries are right now.
Jules, this is Ryan. Listen, on an airplane that's been hijacked, and things don't go well, and it's not looking good. I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good, so have a good time, and I just totally love you, and I will see you later. Bye, babe. Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
Oh, there's another one. Another plane just hit. Right. Oh my God. Another plane has just hit. It hit another building. Flew right into the middle of it.
Oh my goodness, there's another one.
It seems to be on purpose.
Oh my goodness, now it's obvious, I think.
I leaned over and whispered into his right ear, "A second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack."
Today we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. It would appear that there has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. There is smoke in the air over the Pentagon.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the 2 towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way!
We're getting reports that a part of the tower, the second tower, the one a bit further to the south of us, has collapsed. We are checking on that.
United 93, that traffic for you is 1 o'clock, 12 miles eastbound 370.
Negative contact, we're looking, United 93.
When I took the call over, there was a soft-spoken, calm gentleman. I asked him his name. He told me Todd Beamer. He said, "Lisa, would you recite the Lord's Prayer with me?" He said, "Okay, let's roll." We've got a report from a guy at 24 of a cloud of black smoke off his lap.
Wheeling to 97.
But we don't have confirmation. United Airlines flight number 93 left Newark at 8:01 this morning en route to San Francisco. It went down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
The North Tower is waiting. Oh my God, there it goes!
I hope I live. I hope I live. It's coming down on me.
And there's, you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord.
Both trade towers, where thousands of people work, on this day, Tuesday, have now been attacked and destroyed. There is simply no way to accurately describe the emotion this evokes.
I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Facebook.
Subscribe on YouTube.
At LHS News Mag.
And as always, go big.